Western Mass News is your school authority. In their weekly report, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, DESE, released the number of new coronavirus cases impacting schools in our state. And when it comes to Western Mass, one doctor believes the numbers are fairly low.
Overall, they're pretty good.
UMass microbiologist Dr. Erica Hamilton responding to this week's number of COVID-19 cases reported in Hamden, Hampshire, and Franklin County schools. According to the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, over the past week there have been 10 reports of new cases. 5 are involving students, 1 each in Agawam, East Longmeadow, Smith Vocational in Northampton, Pioneer Valley Regional in Northfield, and Pathfinder Regional in Palmer. DESE says there were also 5 staff cases reported, 1 in Agawam and 1 in Ludlow. Dr. Hamilton tells Western Mass News officials will likely pay closer attention to the 3 in West Springfield. Town officials earlier this week confirming cases at Fawsey Elementary School.
If you have 1 student in a school or 1 staff member, they probably were infected outside of the school system and brought it in with them. But whereas if you have a cluster of several people in a school, they probably passed it to each other.
The kids in schools are not spreaders of COVID.
During his Thursday briefing, Governor Charlie Baker continued his administration's push to get students back in the classroom. Dr. Hamilton says evidence is growing in Western Mass that schools don't appear to be super spreaders of the virus.
If you have a child who is COVID positive in a school system and no one else has gotten COVID in that school system, it means that the precautions that the school is doing are working.
Hamilton says those precautions include keeping children 6 feet apart, wearing masks, and using hand sanitizer. She says this will likely be the norm for a while.
You're going to run into people who have this in a school, but what you want to see is that it was contained by the precautions that the school is doing.
And while the school numbers have not spiked, Dr. Hamilton says there's a chance for numbers to grow due to the potential out-of-school gatherings over the fall and winter holidays will have.